Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Ascot Racecourse here on Saturday. It is February the 18th, 2017. Going to look at the big races on today's program, races 2 and 5. So that's the 150 and the 355 post time. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for the full card from Ascot. I believe it is the first day of racing at Ascot this year. A few weeks ago, they're supposed to have their first day of racing, but the Clarence House Chase Day, but it got canceled. So it's good to be back at Ascot. I believe there's one more jumps meeting. There might be two more. I believe in early April or so. But it's a great card from Ascot. I really like the jump racing there. So let's get on to it. Races 2 and 5, the 150 and the 335 post time. The 150. The second race from Ascot is the Sodexo Reynoldstown Novice Chase. It's a grade 2 race here for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $49,000. It's for novice, 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses going 3 miles over the Chase course. And it always, I like looking at the races from the UK because I like longer distance races. In America, a marathon is considered a mile and a 16th, which is pretty poor. In the UK, you regularly, card races at over a mile and a half, over a mile and a 16th basically, every day. In America, it's very seldom that you see a race over a mile and a 16th, let alone a mile and a half. So that's something I like. And plus, I like the jumps racing a little bit too. But, 3 miles over the Chase course here. My top pick, I'm going to go to the 3-horse, Big Bad John. I'm going to go 326. 326 as my camera is out of, not focus, but it's on a little lag. Let me see if I can fix that. Sometimes when you put something close to the camera, it fixes itself, but not today. But 326, number 3, Big Bad John. Jonathan Moore is on this Rebecca Curtis trained 8-year-old gelding out of Vinnie Rowe. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 28th of January at Doncaster, 3 miles listed handicap chase. Horse didn't finish that day. It was a 9-2 favorite in a field of 14 horses. He nearly fell that day. He slipped. It was a very wet ground that day, so blame it on the ground. He's coming second off the layoff. I think he should run big here today. Start before November 26th at Newbury, 2 miles and 7/8 in the grade 2 bet 365 novice chase. Horse finished second by 8 lengths behind the Great Thistlecrack. Nobody was catching Thistlecrack that day. I don't think anybody's going to be catching Thistlecrack. He just, he wasn't going to win that day. And to add insult to injury, his last fence jump wasn't the best of runs. Wasn't the best of jumps. But nobody was catching Thistlecrack that day. And then start before at Newbury on the 3rd of November, 2 miles 3/4 in beginner's chase. Horse won by 6 lengths. Second start of the chase is easy victory. I think he should have a good start here today, so I'm going to use him as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 2, the 150 post time from Ascot, it's the Sodexo Reynoldstown Novice Chase. Going to go with the 3-horse Big Bad John. Going to go 326 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 5. The 5th race is the big race from Ascot, the 335 post time. It's the Betfair Ascot Chase, grade 1, class 1 horses here, going for a purse of $184,500. That's in American currency, so don't get confused. It's for 5-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the 2 miles and 5/8 distance over the Chase course. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 1-horse, number 1 Q card. I don't think anybody's beating Q card today. He looks very hard to beat in this spot. I think he's just a notch above the rest. I'm going to go 135 in the tricast for the trifecta. The only way you're going to really make money this race is playing the trifecta. Has to be, because you're not going to make 2 to 5 on Q card. You're not going to make any money. So 135 tricast, number 1 Q card, 2 to 5. Patty Brendan's on this Colin Tizzer trained 11-year-old gelding out of King's Theatre. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 26th of December at Kempton, 3 miles over the Chase course in the grade 1, 32 Red King George Chase. Horse finished a second behind Thistlecrack that day. Thistlecrack probably ran, a lot of people said it was one of the best performances over the chases. I have to agree with him. It was a very good run. This horse was second best that day. He's coming off a little bit of a layoff. I don't think that should be a problem. He should do well. Start before at Haddock, November 19th, 3 miles in the Betfair Chase. This horse won by 15 lengths as the heavy favorite. Easy run that day, destroying the field. I think that field that day at Newbury at Haddock was a lot tougher than the one he's facing today. So just keep that in mind. And then the grade 2 365 Charlie Hall chase at Weatherby back in October. The horse finished third by 3 1/4 lengths. It was his first start off a layoff. He needed the race. He just had nothing in the run-in, basically. This horse, everybody remembers in the Shelton Gold Cup last year, this horse fell a few fences from home. Upsetting was Don Kasich. It was a disappointing fall, but he came back to win the Betfred Bull Chase at Aintree Grand National Week. He had a very easy victory that day. In this spot, I think he should do well, so I'm going to use him as a top pick. So to recap my bets for the 335, race number 5 from Ascot's the Betfair Ascot Chase. Going to go with the one-horse Q card. Going to go 135. 135. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.